Well, today is the first day of school for many kids in the DMV, and whether your child is already back in class or headed back tomorrow, getting the family back on a school schedule, it can be a struggle. Trust me, I know. Bedtimes are earlier, mornings are busier, and the tablet that filled long summer days may suddenly need new limits. All week at this time, we're helping your family head back to school with Dr. Maxie-Moreman, a child psychologist at Children's National. And she's here today to help us, sort of reset and get back into that routine that we lost over the summer. I mean, summer went by like this.
It sure did.
But I will say the minute they got out of school, like bedtime routine, what bedtime routine? You can go to bed anytime. Yeah. So how can we adjust back to this routine and not get, meltdowns and, all the kids in a rattled position?
Yeah. I think the best thing is to not try and do everything at once and focus on what I believe are two of the most important things, which are sleep and reducing screen time. So those things will really help kids get ready for the school year. And I think they're also tied together because most kids usually have sleep issues because of screen time use around bedtime.
Just that overstimulation. A lot of kids went back today, some went last week. We have good intentions as parents. We're like, okay, yeah, we're going to start midsummer to get back into that routine, but it really never goes according to plan. Is it too late? I mean, how can we get them back into that routine?
It's never too late. I recommend small incremental adjustments as opposed to big, quick adjustments. So for example, for bedtime, maybe moving up the bedtime 30 minutes earlier each day so that a kid has time to adjust to the changes to their bedtime routine. I would say a similar approach to reducing screen time use around 30 minutes each day until we get to the desired amount of time. This results in less resistance for kiddos and also just allows their brain and their body time to adjust to the changes.
So in an ideal world, what would be a good bedtime routine to get them settled? And also, can you speak to what time kids should be going down and how long they should be getting every night depending on their age?
Yeah, I think for our younger kiddos, 8 or 9 p.m. bedtime is appropriate. I think for our teens, they still need a ton of sleep, but 10 p.m., 9 or 10 p.m. can be appropriate for our teen kiddos. And I think just introducing calming and relaxing activities and having kids engage in those activities as part of their bedtime routine can be really helpful. Our younger kiddos, obviously we can do this with them by reading a bedtime story, playing some calming music or some white noise. For our teens, we can only encourage them to try these things, but we certainly can make sure all devices are out of their room or they just don't have access to them.
Yeah. Morning routines can often become madness, especially if you're not prepared with lunches and the backpacks and all of that. Ideally, what are some tasks that we can, have our kids help us with? Like at what age would be appropriate for that task?
I think really any age is appropriate to start involving kids. Kids like to feel useful. They benefit from feeling useful. And the little kids, of course, are much more on board to do all the things. So I would say engage them in packing their backpacks the night before, engage them in picking out their outfits the night before. For our adventurous kiddos who might pick out some really fun patterns or colors, we can give some forced choice and say, here's some shirts and here's some bottoms you can match together for your outfits. For our teens, I think they are a little bit more variable with what they like to be engaged in, but we can certainly give them much more responsibility, of course, with appropriate scaffolding.
Yeah. I have found that at an early age, you're right, they can take on tasks. They want to help.
Yeah.
So I would just, ask my daughter if she wanted to help me pack her lunch, maybe pick out a snack that you want, or give her the forecast for tomorrow and say, hey, it's going to be sunny and 85. What do you think is good for that?
Yeah.
Just sort of like getting them into the routine, with these tasks.
Yeah.
We want to give our families one thing that they can do tonight to get back into that routine. What's the big takeaway for them?
You know what? I think the most important thing is setting some clear expectations for your kiddo for the school year and sticking to them. That clarity,
the follow through.
Yes, the consistency, that's most important, and that's where you're going to get the least resistance and pushback when kids know that there's not a lot of flexibility with the rules that we've set for the school year. Once we start making sort of exceptions for things, kids learn that sometimes pushing a little bit can work for mom or dad. So really setting rules, sticking to those things will be helpful. I also recommend just doing 1 or 2 tasks the night before, packing the backpack the night before, setting your clothes out, having your kids set their clothes out the night before.
Lead by example.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Those things reduce mental load.
Yeah, okay. Dr. Ashley Maxie-Moreman, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.